Novo Amor's Colourway as Hopeful Drum and Bass. Alternatively, you could also do something like this. Today we built out the beat, added some bass, added a few effects, added this shining fuzz guy here, this that maybe you missed the first time around because he's so far back in there. He's really just supposed to be like an extra texture to the pad, like they're just kind of supposed to go together here. This percussion, I was trying to go for a very, very different drum and bass feel than I usually go for, trying to get it as light and as airy as possible, and I thought these three here combined pretty well. This final channel is just the snare, but with effects on it. The kick is very, very muted. Doesn't have much of a strong edge to it, and I think I even minimized that edge. No, I did nothing to do this one. And then this was a little guy we had yesterday that we were talking about, like, making into something. I liked his sound a lot. I originally tried to just take the snare drum out of that and make that the snare drum for this piece, but it just didn't have enough like body to it, so I went and found a different one. But we then put an echo on this to fill in those silences a little bit better, and then put a pretty aggressive EQ on it here, just isolating the top frequencies. So it just becomes more of a hi-hat sort of sound to it, and then put a transient shaper on it to make it a little more punchy. So those two combined. And then we kind of went with more of a clap than a snare. And then these little guys down here is just a echo and then a channel EQ to make it kind of just the high frequencies of the echo. Yeah, so those go well with our bass that we actually bounced out, and it was kind of fun. We bounced it post shaper box. You can literally see the shaper box carved in to the bass there very visibly, and this is literally just a sine wave. There's no color to this at all. I actually probably should have put a little bit of an upper partial in it. It is really just a sub. If you don't have good headphones or sub monitors, you don't hear that at all. One fun thing we did on the vocals that you heard echoing there for a second was the echo itself. We have it on a bus. This bus goes to just a Valhalla. It's just kind of just functions as normal echo. But I really like doing this as on a bus here because it allows me to send a certain amount rather than automating the mix knob up and down. When you automate the mix knob up and down, it's like the whole vocal is being sent into the echo at all times, and then when you pull the mix up, it just shows you, it just plays back that entire sound being echoed in that one area, versus if I have it set up like this, it's like there's the tube here with the main amount of sound, and then there's a second tube, and this tube has an echo in it, and if I just kind of open the valve, a little bit of the sound goes over into here, and that gets echoed, and it's a lot cleaner, and this allows me to like have just very, very specific bits of sound get echoed, and I kind of intentionally try to have these pockets be when they sing the third of the scale or the tonic of the scale, so you're just getting like a very resonant, a very diatonic resonation here. Yeah, I don't know. It gave it an echo without being like muddy. Just kind of like has little pockets that pop up here and there. So I thought that was a cool automation. And it's been nice to see it again. If you have really clean vocals over the top of it, honestly, anything can kind of sound good. I mean, like, if you just listen to this without. It's clean, but it's nothing. Like, the vocal literally is the entirety of the track. Like, without that vocal, it's just, there's just nothing. It's just like it's good. I don't mean to minimize what I've made, but it's not. It's not notable. I would maybe listen to this without the vocal just because I really love super diatonic, you know, airy drum and bass, but it's just not, I wouldn't be proud putting that out, you know? So I think if I really want to keep making music like this, I gotta figure out how to make my own toppers, which means recording on a microphone in a room that, oh my goodness. I just realized I've been looking at apartments, and this is something I need to do. I need to actually like take the microphone, a mobile setup, into those apartments I'm touring and see if I get the same hum I get here. I haven't talked about this on the channel. I talked about in the very, very first video on the channel that there is a hum in this room because there's power lines out that window. And at first I didn't even know where they came from. I've since then figured out those power lines are definitely what's causing sort of like an electromagnetic field in this room that like my Shure 757 is picking up. I don't want to have to buy a bunch of microphones and figure out if there's one that like doesn't pick up that sound, but I don't know. At this point that might be the right choice, given that I do know that certain microphones are done. I'm getting off topic here. I gotta record vocals. I do like this. I might finish this. If you really want me to finish this, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, this one might sit dormant. But cool sound, cool experiment. Enjoyed this a lot. Thanks so much for watching. That's all we have time for today. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.